All right, welcome back here on your Friday night. We continue to track this line of severe storms that is moving its way through, especially central Nebraska right now. And the main threat has been golf ball size hail. However, we have started to see a little bit in the way of rotation with these cells. Okay, so we're going to look right around Holdridge. That's where we're going to start. You see the areas of green and red lining up, a little bit of a couplet there. Now moving north of town. That would be an area of concern. If you live north and east of Holdridge, I would be taking shelter, as it's concerning. We do not have a tornado warning on this storm, but that area is certainly very concerning. And we really have not seen a lot of rotation with these storms so far tonight, but that one certainly, it just doesn't look quite right. I would be concerned about that one. We've also had reports up around the Miller area. We'll zoom in here just a little bit. Okay, this has seen a broadening out. You still see the greens and reds next to each other, but it's a little more spread out. That's a good sign. The tighter those are together, the more significant the rotation is. And again, this is just an area of concern. We had an unverified report of maybe something in the Miller area. I would still obviously take that serious, but I'm gonna spend a little bit of time down here around the Holdridge area. This certainly is a concern. You know, we're looking here just to the north of town. We'll zoom in just a little bit closer. So 735 road there, right on 735 road. That's right where we'd be most concerned with the potential. And again, we do not have a tornado warning on this storm. It's one of those scenarios where we can see these kind of spin up situations, and Weather Service has a better view of things than I do with their technology. I want to make that very clear, but this is just an area of concern, and if you live around the Holdridge area, I would certainly be seeking shelter. This storm has a history of golf ball size hail, and now as we look at our threat tracker, not just a hail threat, but starting to see that wind threat mixed in there to the north of town. So again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning that runs till 10 o'clock. It includes the western part of Kearney, as well as the northwest part of Franklin, northern Harlan counties, and Phelps County. That runs. Okay, here we go. We have a tornado warning that has just been issued by the National Weather Service until 9:30, and that is for that cell right there that we've been talking about. For Phelps County, we have a tornado warning until 9:30. The possible tornado located just to the north of Holdridge. There you see the polygon. It's moving northeast at around 25 miles per hour. If you live in these areas, be seeking shelter immediately. The lowest level of your home, away from any doors and windows. A basement ideal. If you don't have a basement, head to the interior part of your home. Head to a closet or a bathroom, away from any windows. And again, that rotation really showing up here right on 735 road. Okay, right along 735 road north of Holdridge. That would be our area of concern. It's moving northeast at around 25 miles per hour. Again, this is a tornado warning for Phelps County that runs until 9:30. This was just issued here just within the last couple of minutes. And now we have a new tornado warning for northwestern Franklin, southeastern Phelps, southwestern Kearney, and northeastern Harlan counties. That is for this area of rotation that has just developed. Here. This is a confirmed tornado located over Reagan, 8 miles southeast of Holdridge. You see the purple shading here. This is a confirmed tornado located over Reagan. It is moving northeast at around 30 miles per hour. Golf ball size hail, also a possibility with this storm. Again, a confirmed tornado around Reagan, moving northeast at around 30 miles per hour. Those of you in Wilcox, Axtell, this storm is headed your way. You should be seeking shelter immediately. We here at the station are in this tornado warning here just to the east of Axtell. Be prepared, everybody, if we need to seek shelter right now. The area of concern would be here just to the west of Wilcox. There you see the update. okay? It's heading towards Wilcox. That's your area of rotation. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground. This has been confirmed, public reporting, a tornado on the ground near Reagan, moving northeast at around 30 miles per hour. We also have a tornado warning further to the north. And that is for this cell right here, for Phelps County. Again, the rotation here, now up to about the 736, 737 road is where we'd be concerned with rotation with that storm. So again, we have 2 tornado warnings ongoing right now. Phelps County to the north of Holdridge. And again, that one is moving northeast at around 25 miles per hour. So we really have 2 areas here. This is the one that has a confirmed tornado on the ground. It is moving to the northeast at 30 miles per hour. Wilcox, it'll be in your area within about 4 minutes. Axtell within around 10 minutes. Okay? So we're looking at, this is where the tornado is. Okay? And it's moving to the northeast at around 30 miles per hour. So if we kind of try to, extrapolate this out just a little bit, 30 miles per hour. Okay. So Keene within about 20 minutes, Axtell within about 20 minutes. That's where we're looking. Again, this is a confirmed tornado. This is from public, and I will point out, you'll notice that this is a purple shaded polygon. That means it is a confirmed tornado. The red indicated here, that is radar indicated rotation. You take them both seriously. Please keep that in mind. Those of you who live to the north of Holdridge, you should be seeking shelter if you live within this red polygon here. Mainly rural areas of Phelps County. Area of concern would be kind of 736 to 737 road, just to the north of Holdridge. And again, that one's moving northeast as well. So if you live in this red polygon, you should be seeking shelter at the lowest level of your home, away from any doors and window. Seek the most interior part of your home. Put as many walls as between you and the outside as you can. Stay away from any windows, doors, things of that nature. Again, this is where we have a confirmed tornado on the ground. It was near Reagan, moving northeast at around 30 miles per hour. Axtell and Wilcox, you need to be seeking shelter now. Wilcox, you've got about 3 to 5 minutes before that cell, that possible, confirmed tornado, will be moving your direction. Looks like it may try to skirt just north of town. So we're looking here on 726, 727 road there. That's where the tornado would be. Moving to the northeast at, again, around 25 to 30 miles per hour. Just real quick, yep, that highlights pretty well. Your threat tracker pulling in those winds. There is also golf ball size hail associated with this storm, okay? But we're really gonna focus on the fact that we do have a confirmed tornado just to the west of Wilcox. We have a tornado warning for Phelps County. And again, that's just to the north and east of town now, mainly over rural parts of Phelps County. So we have 2 major areas of concern here. I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit, kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at here. We'll switch back over to reflectivity. Okay. So as we look in here, I want to point out a very defined hook echo that's wrapping into that tornado. So that's, again, this is a confirmed tornado, but radar is backing that up with what we're seeing here. Wilcox, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Axtell, you should be seeking shelter immediately as well. Again, this is moving to the northeast at around 30 miles per hour. So we're looking at about 22 minutes. That's how, you got heads up. Axtell, you've got 22 minutes till it's possibly in your area, okay? Wilcox, we're talking, much quicker than that. Wilcox, you need to be seeking shelter now, okay? We'll switch back over to base velocity here. Again, I don't want to tell anybody, Wilcox, you're okay, okay? I don't want to mislead you, but it does appear that it's going to try to miss to the north of town. Okay, so rural areas, we're looking to miss north of town, hopefully. But Wilcox, you should be in your safe space, lowest level of your home, most interior, away from the windows and the walls. The tornado would be right here between 727 and 729 roads. Okay, that's where we'd be looking at this tornado, which was confirmed, a tornado on the ground near Reagan. And then we also have this area of concern, which is still showing rotation as it's moving. This one's going to miss to the north of Axtell. So Axtell, you're more concerned with this one. And Axtell, you need to be in your safe place right now. It's moving northeast around 30 miles per hour. Right now it's heading right towards Axtell. Okay, so you need to be in your safe place. Again, the lowest level of your home, away from any doors and windows. Take a blanket if your kids have a bike helmet with them. It's a great way. A bike helmet, great way to keep them safe, help keep them calm too, okay? Get their blankie, get their bike helmet. Just go hang out in the central lowest part of your home, okay? So this tornado warning runs till 9:45. This tornado warning runs till 9:30. So we've got a few more minutes left on that one. We'll have to see what the Weather Service decides to do with that one. Again, a confirmed tornado was with this cell, which is still showing very good rotation there just to the north and to the west of Wilcox. This tornado was located near Reagan when it first started. It continues to move to the northeast. It does appear that it's going to miss Wilcox just to the north of town. You should still be ready, though. Obviously, tornadoes can change direction at any moment. But right now it's moving northeast at around 30 miles per hour. There's Keene, Axtell. Again, this is kind of headed your way, Axtell. Again, this was a confirmed tornado that was on the ground near Reagan, and we want to make sure everybody is prepared. You should be in your safe place as we speak, making sure that, again, you are in the lowest part of your home, away from any doors and windows. Sorry, I stepped away for just a second. I want to pull up and see if I have anything new from the National Weather Service. As of right now, we're continuing with a tornado warning for Phelps County until 9:30. Radar indicated rotation near Holdridge, moving northeast at around 25 miles per hour. Okay, so that's for this cell up here. Okay, we'll zoom in just a little bit more so you can get an idea. So there's Funk. The tornado would possibly be further to the north of Funk. So we're looking right here around 737, 738, and S Road. That's where we'd be concerned about a tornado with that storm. And again, that's moving northeast at around 25 miles per hour. This is the one that had the confirmed tornado near Reagan, moving northeast at around 30 miles per hour as well. Axtell, you should be seeking shelter. Minden, you are not currently in this tornado warning. I would be seeking shelter and be prepared to seek shelter at least in Minden. Even though you're not technically in that warning, this storm, this possible tornado moving northeast at around 25 to 30 miles per hour. We have not received any more updates as to whether or not this is still on the ground. But again, as we zoom in here, where you see these shades of green and red in a tight bunch like that, it's referred to as a couplet, and that's where we'd be concerned about that tornado. And this is the one that had a confirmed tornado on the ground near Reagan, moving its way to the northeast at around 25 to 30 miles per hour. So right now, if you live anywhere between Axtell and Wilcox, okay, there's the update. You just saw the latest update with the radar scan. We still have our tight rotation just to the north of town. And you see the movement there, moving northeast at around 25 to 30 miles per hour. So our concern here is, we'll zoom in just a little bit closer, okay? So right here on 730 Road and 20 Road. That's where we're looking at the possible remaining tornado. We have not had an update on this yet as to whether or not there's still a confirmed tornado on the ground, but it had a tornado on the ground near Reagan as it's continued to move to the northeast. Okay. I want to take a closer look here at this tornado warning. This is a good sign, okay? Notice that it's more of a straight line here. That is welcome news. You don't want to see that bunched coloring, okay? A straight line like this Really good sign that we might be seeing the rotation weaken a little bit with this. And you know what? I'm going to go back up. I want to check in. Okay. Again, we have not had anything official with this one near Pleasanton. Pleasanton, that one makes me a little nervous. Okay. I'd be seeking shelter around the Pleasanton area. I don't really like the looks of that. Again, we don't have a warning on that right now. It looks a little suspicious. So I would definitely, Pleasanton, go ahead and seek shelter. Better safe than sorry, right? Pleasanton, northern Buffalo County there, I'd be seeking shelter just to be safe. Again, this had a confirmed tornado with it earlier. We have not seen much in the way of updates on that one as to whether or not it still does have a confirmed tornado. Okay, good news. Tornado warning has been allowed to expire for Phelps County. So that is the northern warning that I was talking about. So the northern warning in Phelps County, we've gone ahead and let that one expire. I'll zoom back out, give you an idea. Again, we've lost that really tight rotation there, which is what we want to see. That's good news. Okay, so we've lost that tornado warning, and right now we're really focused on this cell here just north of Wilcox. And again, it's moving northeast around 30 miles per hour. So I'm just going to kind of draw, if I can here, along where this rotation is showing up. Okay, it's about right here. Northeast at around 30 miles per hour. Okay, so Axtell, you've got about 7 to 8 minutes there. Okay, you've got about 7 to 8 minutes before that area of rotation would be headed your way. And it certainly seems to be heading in that direction. Okay, this is the cell that had a confirmed tornado near Reagan. It is moving to the northeast at around 25 to 30 miles per hour. If you live anywhere between Axtell and Wilcox here, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Okay, you should be in the lowest level of your home, away from doors and windows. If you don't have a basement's ideal. If you don't, head into an interior closet, maybe a bathroom. Put as many walls between you and the outside of your home. Okay, grab a blanket. As I said earlier, if your kids, maybe a bike helmet.
We're being directed to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead. Everybody else, go ahead.
He
go
said
ahead.
Keep your mic on
You
and
go.
let's try to do what we can.
You guys go.
Okay.
Alexis, feel free. You guys, safe shelter.
Yeah.
Keep me on air. Head to the safe shelter, okay? Okay, we're sending everybody else to the safe shelter here at the station because we are included in this tornado warning. I will stay on as long as I can to keep everybody updated. All right, I will stay on and try to keep everybody posted. Again, the tornado warning for Phelps County to the north has been allowed to expire. Okay, so now our big area of concern is here just to the north of Wilcox. It's moving to the northeast at around 25 to 30 miles per hour. Axtell, you should be already in your safe place. Okay, you've got about 5 to 7 minutes before that's going to be heading into your direction. So now's the time. And again, make sure if you've got a helmet for those kids, it can just help them feel safe, okay? Grab their favorite blanket. Okay, latest radar scan just came in there. Okay, some good news here. Some good news here. The rotation's not quite as tight as it appeared earlier. It's not as good of a couplet as it was looking. Thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead. You too. Sterling, Alexis, head on down. Okay, but we do continue with a tornado warning until 9:45, and that is now radar indicated rotation, and we're looking at it again near Wilcox here, moving northeast at around 35 miles per hour. So our area of concern is right here south of Axtell. We'll zoom in a little bit closer. And this did have a tornado confirmed earlier with it near Reagan. It is now radar indicated. But keep in mind, it's already produced a tornado, so you should be seeking shelter as well. We'll kind of look at the shear swath here, give you an idea. This is an idea of the rotation within these storms, where you see these shades of red. That's where we're looking at. This storm is rotating, has the potential for tornadoes. This is not your typical, tornado type setup either. This is more of a squall line where you get these spin ups, but certainly this area of rotation is still a concern south of Axtell. Again, you should be seeking shelter now. Okay. Stay in that room, Alexis. That's the room to be in? Okay. Stay in that hallway. Stay in that hallway between those two doors, okay? We're directing everybody here at the station to head to our tornado shelter down the hallway here. I'm going to stay on as long as I can here. We're going to keep an eye on things. I just heard the chime from the National Weather Service. I'm going to see if I have anything else that's coming in. So bear with me as I'm checking on to see if we have any new information. Nothing as of yet. Okay. So we continue with the tornado warning. Runs till 9:45, and that's for Kearney County. We're looking here just south of Axtell. This would be our area of concern. Now, I will say it has broadened the area of rotation, which is what we want. Okay, we want that to spread back out. It's when you see these areas of green and red tightly bunched together. That's called a couplet. And that's where you're very concerned. And we have seen this spread out a little bit, which is very welcome news. That's what we want to see. Okay, I'm looking back up here real quick. I just want to check in on you guys here around Pleasanton. Again, there certainly still appears to be some rotation within this storm just southwest of Pleasanton. I'd be seeking shelter just to be safe. We don't have a tornado warning for that storm, but it makes me nervous. There's enough rotation there that I'm a little concerned. Ravenna, kind of keep a heads up on that. You've already had your fair share within the past week or so. But we continue to be very concerned about this area here between Axtell and Wilcox. Okay, that is our area of concern right now with a possible tornado. Checking in on the updates here. Okay, just a severe thunderstorm warning. And I'm checking with the National Weather Service to see if anything else has come down. So far, it has not. Okay. So again, tornado warning, and this did produce a tornado near Reagan as it's been moving to the northeast at around 25 to 30 miles per hour. This is our area of concern. Axtell, you should be in your safe place. Okay? Anywhere within this polygon, if you live within this polygon, this purple shaded means it was a confirmed tornado on the ground. If you live within these polygons here, I'll zoom out a little bit more for you. You should be in your safe place. Lowest level of your home, away from the doors and windows. As I mentioned, if you've got kids, this can be pretty scary. Okay? Scary for adults too. Grab them a bike helmet maybe. Something that they love. Something that really helps them feel safe. Okay? Take that with you. Okay? Don't forget about the pets. Okay? Dogs, cats inside too. Okay? So here we are. We're now just south of Axtell. That was the latest radar update there. That was the latest scan from the radar, still indicating rotation there. Just to the south of Axtell. Okay? Just south of Axtell. That's where we'd be concerned. Minden, you are not in a warning as of yet. Be ready. Okay? Be ready. Like I also have been saying up here to the north, around Pleasanton, we don't have a warning on this, but that's enough rotation that it's making me a little nervous. And I would be seeking shelter if you live in the Pleasanton area, Ravenna as well, okay? Because everything's moving northeast at around 25 to 30 miles per hour. Okay, we're about 6 minutes away from our latest, this warning would expire at 9:45. So we're going to be keeping a close watch on that. I don't think we have had an update to that as of yet. Okay, so we're still looking at this area of rotation just to the south of Axtell. Okay, still a little bit of a hook there, not as pronounced as what it was earlier, but still showing up just a little bit here on radar. Okay, so this is certainly still a very concerning situation. We'll switch back over to velocities here. We're kind of looking right in this area here, just to the south and to the east of Axtell. Everything's moving northeast at around 25 to 30 miles per hour. We'll be getting updates from the Weather Service at any moment now, so when I step off, just realize I'm just kind of checking, seeing if anything has come in. And right now we have not seen anything come in, any updates from the Weather Service. Did have a 67 mile per hour wind gust in Holdridge as this storm is rolling through. I'm going to zoom back out just a little bit and switch over. There's also the potential for golf ball size hail with this storm as well. Okay, so here's kind of a broad look at things. And this cell, okay, this storm has really been the main show all night. It put down golf ball size hail around Eustis and has really been working its way to the east. Switch over to the Barron button. I want to kind of keep an eye on there. There's some large hail potential there. What worries me is right here, okay? Just south of Axtell, where you see those winds. You see that maroon color. And it matches right up with where the rotation is. That is very much an area of concern. Again, please be seeking shelter now. You should already be there. So this is the part of the polygon we'd be most worried about as this possible tornado is moving northeast. It had a confirmed tornado with it near Reagan and is now moving off to the north and east. We've got about another 4 minutes on this tornado warning. And we'll see what the Weather Service is going to do. The rotation is not as tight as what it was earlier. And that's what you want. Okay, you want to see the tornado warning we had for northern Phelps County. Look at it, how it's all spread out now. That's what you want to see. Still probably going to get some winds out of that, but you want to see it spread out. You don't want to see it bunched together, especially like it was earlier. So this looks better, but it's already produced at least one tornado, okay? And this is just a situation that you're not going to want to take a chance on, okay? So you should be seeking shelter immediately if in the path of this storm. I'm going to step back off just for a second. Does sound like we are getting a little bit of hail possibly here at the station. If that's not hail, that's some very big raindrops. Okay, again, be seeking shelter. If you live in these areas, we'll zoom in even a little bit closer. Okay, so just to the north and west of Keene. Okay, if you live northwest of Keene, you should be ready. You should be already there. Okay, there's our latest update. Still seeing some rotation here. Okay, that'd be, what, 6 and 34, 44 up intersection there. That's just south of the station here. Okay, still seeing that rotation. Again, it has broadened out just a little bit. And that is welcome news. We've got about another 3 minutes on this warning. We'll see what the Weather Service decides to do with it. Minden, you're not in the warning. Axtell, you should have already been in your safe place. Already in the lowest level of your home. Okay? It's really coming down out there right now. So this is our notch that we're most concerned about. Okay. So now that we're switching over to reflectivity, it still looks like there's a little bit of a hook here. But now you're starting to get into a lot of the rain and hail that's being mixed in. And that's going to be really tough to kind of decipher. But it does line up with where we'd be most concerned about that rotation. Okay? It's about ready to cross Highway 44. It's going to keep moving kind of 634, 44 here. Okay? That's the area that we're most concerned about. Moving just to the south of the TV station here, actually. Everybody here at the station, you should be at your safe place. Find an interior hallway, okay? So again, we're looking at that rotation just to the east of Axtell. We're waiting on updates from the Weather Service. The rotation not as pronounced as what it was earlier. And that is certainly welcome news, but still seeing enough that it's an area of concern. Okay, we're still going to be concerned here with the possibility of a tornado just to the east of Axtell. Going to head back up here just for a little bit. Now notice there is rotation, but it is much more broad. It's much more spread out there around Pleasanton. That's a good thing. I'd still be seeking shelter up around Pleasanton and Ravenna. Just, again, it makes me a little nervous there. Ravenna, you had that a week ago, all right? You had that a week ago with the tornadoes that touched down and then headed up into the northern part of the state. Had some damage there around Ravenna for sure. So we're looking here, the ethanol plant here, just south of the highway. This is our area of rotation, okay? And we're about a minute away from the Weather Service update. Again, this tornado warning runs until 9:45. Okay. It appears that they are going to allow the tornado warning to expire. Per the National Weather Service, pardon me for being off camera, it appears that they are going to allow the tornado warning to expire. Now, with that said, we'll zoom back out here a little bit, okay? Notice the tornado warning is gone. We now have a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Franklin, northwestern Webster, eastern Phelps, southwestern Adams, Kearney County, and northeastern Harlan counties, and that runs till 10:30 for the possibility of ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I can hear the hail on the station right now. I can hear it on the roof. It is certainly hailing here at the NTV studios. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts also possible. But at the very end of these thunderstorm warnings, it's a tornado possible thunderstorm warning. We still have that area of rotation that is showing up a little bit here. Okay? Boy, I can hear that hail coming down right now. Can hear it on the top of the roof. You might be able to hear it on my mic. I'm not sure, but it's coming down pretty good. So let's zoom back out here just a little bit. Again, that thunderstorm warning runs till 10:30. It's a long list. It's Franklin, northern Webster, eastern Phelps, southwestern Adams, Kearney, northeastern Harlan counties till 10:30. Ping pong ball size hail, as well as 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. It's moving east at around 25 miles per hour. So we're right here. We'll switch over to our threat tracker. Here's our area of concern, the large hail. I can hear it outside the studio here. You know, I'd go check and see how large it is, but that's not what you're supposed to do, okay? You're supposed to be in the interior of your home, away from doors and windows. This is a pretty nasty line of storms that is working its way eastward. Okay, Dave is telling me that it's not very big. My ears tell me otherwise, okay? My ears tell me otherwise. I'm trusting you, okay? He says it's relatively small. Hopefully that's a lot of rain mixed in. My truck's sitting out there. Okay, so again, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire. I'm going to stay on the air here a little while, okay? Mainly because everybody else, I think, is still seeking shelter, which is good. But the tornado warning has been allowed to expire. But we are looking at significant hail potential and actually two cores. I don't want to overlook this one here to the south. So let's zoom in a little bit here. Let's take a look at this and see the potential there. Yeah, that certainly has hail potential there to the south of Wilcox. So we can put them both on the screen here. Axtell down towards Wilcox, and then this separate area here, even a little bit further south. This activity is moving to the east at around 25 to 30 miles per hour. You see the shades of black there, certainly concerning. And I mean, it is torrential rain. We have had a flood advisory for Frontier County because, I mean, the rain is torrential out there right now. But the good news is, now, again, this thunderstorm warning has a tornado possible tag on it because it has already produced a tornado near Reagan. All right? And there is still some rotation here just to the west of Minden. Okay? So you need to be, listen, just because the tornado warning's been lifted, the storms are obviously still coming through. Okay? So if you're in your safe place, you might as well just stay there. Okay? Just stay in your safe place and let this thing push through. Okay? No sense to, just because the tornado warning was lifted, okay, we don't have to just be out and about. No reason not to just stay in your safe place as everything continues to move its way east at around 25 to 35 miles per hour. So we got two areas of concern here for hail potential. Okay, right there on the Harlan and Franklin County lines. I think that's got some hail potential to it for sure. Okay, so that's moving there right on the county line for Franklin and Harlan counties. And then we've got this one here that is moving overhead right now. I can hear it. Dave says it's small hail. Let's hope it stays that way.
Peter marble.
You can't use marble, Dave. Marbles come in all sorts of sizes.
That's true.
A little lesson for Dave. Lesson in storm reporting, guys. Don't use marble size hail. Marbles come in all sorts of different sizes, okay? So we're continuing to see this significant line of storms pushing its way into south central Nebraska, heading towards the Minden area, really anywhere from Hildreth north. We've got a pretty good line of storms there. Reminder that we do have a severe thunderstorm watch till midnight, and I say that because it's now been extended out. I'm going to try and pull that up for you here. I didn't get a chance to check this, so we're going to see if this works or not. Hey, it did. All right. Severe thunderstorm watch has now been extended out until 4 a.m. for southeast Nebraska, including Lincoln, Beatrice. It runs till midnight here in central and southern areas. So again, a severe thunderstorm watch has just been issued for southeast Nebraska until 4 a.m. Severe thunderstorm warnings here for Kearney, Adams, Franklin, even a corner of Webster County there. You can go back down to Harlan County, Phelps County. That runs till 10:30. This has already had a history of producing a tornado near Reagan. We do not have any tornado warnings in effect right now. We'll switch over to velocities. Still a concern here, right along the highway, 6 and 34 there. Now kind of moving more to the north. Minden, be seeking shelter. Just be seeking shelter, okay? Still a decent area of rotation. Again, it's spread out more, but this area of rotation looks like it's going to try to go north of town, barely, okay? So again, be seeking shelter. I know the tornado warning has been lifted, but this thunderstorm has already produced one tornado at least, so you might as well just stay in your safe place and let this storm roll on through, okay? We'll zoom back out a little bit as we do have storms in northern Kansas. Severe thunderstorm warning for Norton. That will run until 10:15. The main area of concern though here is really with this line of storms that is rolling through, and I should say roaring through south central Nebraska, moving into the Minden area. Again, it's just torrential rain coming down along with the hail threat. This does have the potential of ping pong to golf ball size hail. Right now, the main hail threat looks to be north of Hildreth. This is the wind threat that's still associated with that area of rotation that prompted the tornado warning earlier. So right now, the primary hail threat is probably just to the north of Hildreth. And then if we go further south, we're looking, again, moving right onto the Franklin and Harlan County lines. That would be a significant hail threat as well. It's been an active night. These storms started out in the western part of the state. They've been working their way to the east. And I tried to mention it a few times, that these storms, as they moved into south central areas, we did see a decent return of that low-level moisture. We got our dew points back in the 50s, and that's fuel for these storms, okay? When you get those dew points above 50, that's enough fuel for these storms, and they certainly have been able to tap into them as they're moving here through south central areas. Again, moving through Minden right now, or just west of Minden, is where some of the most significant reflectivity is showing up, really just from Minden all the way down to Hildreth. Then you can go further south into the northwest corner of Franklin County, significant reflectivity there as well. So those are our two significant hail potential, significant hail signatures, so to speak. Kind of take a look. Let's see if we can just pick up the hail swath here, shall we? Oh, yeah. So you can see that it's at least had the potential for producing significant hail as it has been moving through. Right now, they are just severe thunderstorm warnings, and I say just because we had the tornado warning not that long ago. But this is a line of thunderstorms that has produced a tornado. We've had 2 official tornado warnings with this line of storms. So still, I would recommend that if you're in its path, so that includes Minden and Hildreth and Upland, Norman, Holstein, go ahead, be seeking shelter. These storms are certainly very intense. As they're moving off to the east, again, we do not have any tornado warnings as of right now, but these warnings do have a thunderstorm or tornado tag on them, meaning there is potential that we could see a tornado develop. I'm going to step off just a second and grab a quick drink.